100.1 Moose FM. I'm your Bud the Dub. We're joined now for our weekly chat with the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation, and we're going to talk a bit about Bluey Day today with Tanya from the foundation. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning, Dub. Thank you for having me. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. We're also going to talk with two of the participants who are taking part in Bluey Day. John, good morning, John.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And Mary, who's also joining us and participating. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
All right, Tanya, well, we'll start with kind of the big and sort of sad announcement, though there is a positive side to it. Bluey Day is going to be postponed a bit, isn't it?
Unfortunately, yes. Due to the health advisories that were announced this week, we do have to postpone Bluey Day for the on-site shaving. But we are going to continue to monitor it and deliver a plan once restrictions start to lift. But like you said, there is a silver lining to this, and that is that the postponement gives the participants more time to raise more funds to help us reach our goal of $100,000 for the Cancer Diagnostic and Treatment Fund.
That's wonderful news in terms of that, just more time to make more money. You also say, I'm not sure if you had a cap on the number of virtual participants you were going to have before, but you certainly don't have that now. And this just also means for people who maybe were thinking about it, weren't sure, they now have more time to join and get in on the fundraising too.
Absolutely. Yes, we did have a little huddle and decided why cap the virtual part of it. And so more people are allowed to join, but yes, it is going to be a virtual experience.
Excellent. We're going to talk more about kind of what you're raising money for and that in a second, but I want to get to our two guests. John, you have done this before. You've done the big shave for Bluey Day. You're doing it for the second time now. Why is this an important event for you to take part in?
Well, cancer really affects everybody, but I first grew out my hair a couple years ago because my friend's mom, she got cancer and she had to shave her head. And basically, she wouldn't go anywhere without a wig and her confidence level and stuff like that. And this year I was going to do it for my girlfriend's mom, who also had cancer, and similar story. But my grandpa actually got stage 4 lung cancer, and so he passed away, and so I wanted to do it for him this year.
Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that, John, but obviously it's touched your life in a lot of ways, and you have a lot of hair to give. I think you said before we went on,
Yeah.
your last haircut was just about a year ago, is that right?
2 years ago. It was 2 years ago on Bluey Days.
Oh, there you go, 2 years ago. Okay, so you've been growing it for a while, so obviously very important to you. Mary, this is your first time participating in Bluey Day. What made you want to take part in this?
I have been wanting to do it for a really long time, and I figured this year, why not? I'm not getting younger. I have a lot of people that have been affected by cancer in my family, my friends. So this is one way to try and support the diagnosis of it sooner, save a few more people.
Absolutely. John, since you've done this before, do you have any tips for people like Mary who are maybe doing this for the first time, or people considering doing this for the first time? Things that could maybe give them a leg up on fundraising or being ready for life with a bald head?
I don't really know if I'm the expert on that. Yeah, as far as it goes, I mean, they gave me sunscreen after I shaved my head, but I wear a hard hat at work, so I wasn't really concerned about burning my head. Um, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for fundraising is just going out and talking to people and, posting on social media and stuff like that. Just kind of getting it out there. It can be hard to do sometimes, but yeah.
Excellent. It's sunscreen. Very important when you don't no longer have that hair covering your head, making sure you don't get burned up there. All right. Thank you very much to both of you for sharing your stories. Tanya, really quick, remind us what it is you're raising money for in Bluey Day this year.
Yeah, for sure. We are raising money for a SPECT CT scanner. This is a scanner that will give us a more accurate diagnosis for cancer and other conditions. So it's also reduces overall radiation, so it's what we're all looking for. The money that's raised too, Deb, the best part is that it stays in our community, so it stays in the hospital locally. So we're trying to keep patients from having to go outside of our jurisdiction for treatments. So that's our end game goal here, and bringing all this equipment in.
Absolutely. It's always good to stay as close to home as possible. All right. There's several ways you can still get involved in this. Again, sadly postponed, but it means that you can, if you've been thinking about it, if you thought you ran out of time, you can get involved in Bluey Day. So you can register online, fsjhospitalfoundation.ca. You can phone the office, 250-261-7563, and they'll help you get registered. And you can also find more information on the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation Facebook page, which I will make sure is linked to at the bottom of the video if you happen to be watching on Facebook, or if not, you can check this video out on the Facebook page soon after that. Guys, thank you so much for joining me to talk about this today and for sharing your stories about Bluey Day and why you wanted to do it. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Deb.
Thanks, Deb.
Thank you for having us.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.